base library, or the base that I'm at, it is a United States military base, but it's also a NATO headquarters. So we have American military personnel and their families, German military, Bavaria, Canadian, British, anyone that can get base access then can have a library card in our library system. So that's spouses, families, children, civilians, contractors, anyone that can get on base can get material from our library. So the stark difference between the public library that I worked at and the military-based library, we have a lot of CLEP, Dante's, ASVAB study guides. We have a gigantic section of reading material suggested by the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. Every Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force puts out a reading list. We purchase that material and we provide it. A lot of squadrons want that type of information. We also provide material to the individual squadrons that are on base. So they contact us, tell us what they may need for their military personnel, and then we provide it. As far as the people who have library cards, very similar. We see people only for a shorter amount of time. So where I worked previously, I was there for 5 years. I saw patrons for 5 years. Here, I see people coming and going all the time. You develop a relationship with them, they're gone. Or now I'm the person who's going to be leaving soon. So I'm letting people know, like, I'm going to be leaving soon. But it's the same at the core, providing information and material that people need. It's the same philosophy and mindset at a military-based overseas library as it was a public library.
Okay. So in that working overseas, have you had the opportunity to interact with librarians from other countries?
Yes. So there is an agreement when a military installation is overseas that they will employ a certain amount of local nationals. So I work with some people who are local nationals. What's really interesting is that these individuals, and I would say there are maybe 12 of us total that work at my branch. There's 16 of us total. 7 are local nationals. And the more interesting part is that some of these people, this is their first job from when they got out of what is their high school. So I have 2 coworkers that have been working at this library system for 40 years. So in discussing things with them about the changes in the base or the changes in the library, I get a firsthand experience of the things that they've seen change over the years. When they started, there were no computers, there were typewriters. There were the cards to check out with, not the computers that we're using now. So they offer a really unique perspective in terms of working in the library and what they've experienced and what Germany requires of librarians versus what like the United States requires. It's a little different, but basically we do the same type of things there.
That's good to hear. So it's like